What's up? What's happening? Big K.B.Z. We back in this thing. K.B.Z. for Sheezy. We to talk real quick, man. I do say so myself. So, if you didn't know, I believe Complex recently did an interview with NBA YoungBoy after dropping his Slime Cry album. I'm getting through it. Don't worry about it. The review will be here soon. But we ain't really here to talk about the music. Well, they talked about it a bit, but basically, one of the questions the interviewer asked NBA YoungBoy was, how does he feel about the 21 Savage F the Streets movement? Now, if you don't know, last time I spoke on 21 Savage and NBA YoungBoy in the same, I guess, scenario. 21 Savage did an interview with Big Bank. I think it was his Perspectives podcast or platform, whatever it was. But basically, 21 was saying how he tried to get Dirk and YoungBoy on the phone or to squash the beef or whatever it was. And again, I was saying in that video as well, like, bro, when niggas die, it's hard. Like, some time gotta pass and ain't easy. I respect the fact he was trying to be a stand-up dude and try to squash shit before it went somewhere else. But like, it's easier said than done. And sometimes certain situations, bro, you just gotta be Switzerland and let that shit play out. It is what it is. So that was the last time I spoke on it. So in this recent interview, when the interviewer asked him that question, YoungBoy basically just said, I don't agree with that. Listen, you know what I'm saying? Stop the violence, stop doing all that shit. Listen, protect yourself, carry your gun, protect yourself, but don't be out here doing no bullshit. And that's basically what he said. Now, if I can put the clip in here, I will, just to give you a little bit more context. But hey, you already know, Complex, hey, they might copyright strike my shit like that. So if you see the clip, congratulations. If you don't, I'm sorry. But anyways, let's get to it. Let's see exactly what he said.
I don't even fuck about that. I am the streets. I love the streets. I come from the streets. I ain't on all that pussy ass shit.
I don't want to misquote him. And also, like I said, the 21 Savage shit is just with Gunna's career how it is, and he's leveling up on the rest of y'all. It looks like it was bad timing. It really was bad timing. But anyways. YoungBoy says he isn't a fan of 21 Savage's F the Streets campaign on social media. He weighed in on the movement during an interview with Complex earlier this week. Savage originally said F the Streets while trying to get Young Thug and Gunna to make amends with each other and reconcile back in December. Was it? In December, okay. This is what YB says. I don't give a F about that, YoungBoy said. Oh, the slogan. I love the streets. I came from the streets. I ain't on all that pussy ish. You know what I'm saying? Despite the harsh tone, YB added that he's still against gun violence. YB says, stop the violence. Same shit I've been on, he said. I ain't got nothing to really do with toting a gun. I ain't telling you not to tote your gun, but you ain't got to have your gun and engage in BS. Have your shit because you love it and because you want to protect yourself. That's why I donate money to those type of things, because I actually do care. Hey, he said it. I can't even be mad what he said. To be fair, I can't really be mad about what he said. I've always been a proponent on this channel. You've always heard me say, like, bro, I might not condone it, but I understand. Like, I can understand why the hood nigga want to have his gun on it. I get it. Bro, when you grow up in certain places, especially when you've been in the streets and you have people trying to unalive you, like, I understand, yeah, regardless that these people have millions and they have security, you want your weapon on you. Because it's like, yeah, you paying these boys, but at the end of the day, bro, who 100% got your best interest in heart is yourself. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's you. So I can understand, regardless of you having security, you might want to keep that thing on you. You heard me? So I do understand a bit. Now, again, I'm not condoning it, or I'm not saying in every situation it is justified. Yes, you have security, pay the security. But from a hood nigga perspective, I do understand. Or I guess I could say I can empathize or understand the thinking of wanting to do that. You might sit there and look at me stupid, but it's different, bro. Sometimes you do gotta equate that people are products of their environment. As much as they try to change, there's gonna be certain things or certain perspectives they might have, and sadly, you didn't grow up in that environment. You will not really understand. That's what I was always say. Some things is meant for you to understand, and some things is just meant to be understood. And a lot of people don't understand my way of phrasing certain shit. But anyways, the drama began after 21 Savage dropped his latest album, What Happened to the Streets. Afterward, he tagged Young Thug and Gunna. Oh my God, I'm going to read this again. Sorry. On Twitter, and he called for them to stop beefing. He wrote, Y'all N-words fix that ish. Y'all love each other N-word. You knew Gunna wasn't no gangster when he told the first time, and we swept it under the rug for you. You know he wasn't trying to leave you to hang N-word. F the streets. We ain't getting nothing but trauma from that ish. F the streets from it. Young Thug responded by simply reiterating the portion of the post. YoungBoy is far from the first artist to take issue with this. Lose Osama, which I also did a video on, did as well. I have his response as well. Expressed similar sentiment in a video posted by Academic. I ain't gonna read all this, but basically what he said was, bro, how can you say F the streets when our mentality's from the streets? I guess, you did your first shows in the streets. The way you dress is from the streets. Every bit of you that you market or portray in these music videos, interviews, mannerisms, all that is just from the streets. You're selling this gangster persona, which if you are really who you say you are, or you was doing all that shit in the streets, so how is you saying F the streets when it profited you in the long run? You know what I'm saying? So again, it's a conversation to be had. Like, I understand where 21 Savage was trying to do and trying to say. It's just with the whole Gunna situation, getting into it, your album dropping at that time, for you to be giving this advice. If you came out before your album and said this months ago, then I would respect it. You know what I'm saying? But like, it just looked away. And I think he does have to sit back and view, bro, it did kind of look away when he was doing all that. I ain't gonna care. As stand up and progressive as you might be, because again, I'm for squashing beefs, because some of this shit, bro, it don't need to go to an extent where we can't come back from. I'm for all that, but yeah, it did look away. And like I said, people in the older videos, people are conflating F the streets with F the hood, which you might not like certain street codes or politics or all this and that and this, like the whole snitching conversation, but it's like, you gotta take the good with the bad sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yeah, y'all could be progressive and be like, y'all could forgive Gunna, but there's certain niggas that won't. And that's fine. That's just you. You know what I'm saying? We can't chastise the other motherfuckers that don't want to forgive Gunna, because, bro, that's what niggas was taught at the end of the day, and niggas is ready for that shit. That we see the niggas that get locked up and they go to jail for a number of years, they come out and they're like, oh, that shit was some bullshit. So again, I'm with you trying to squash the beef, so I'm here for it. I'm with you. Even stop the violence. I'm with you, because, it don't need to go that far. Some of this shit, bro, some petty shit, niggas could get over that shit. But, yeah, bro, F the streets, I don't know, bro. Especially when, like, bro, look at majority of y'all careers. Y'all hood niggas, y'all talk about all this type of ish. Unless y'all gonna switch up the music, like, you can't chastise it but profit off of it. And that's where I believe the disconnect is. Don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna say like there's not niggas in the music industry that lied about being in the hood and being this big machismo tough guy, but like, come on now. If y'all are saying y'all is as authentic as y'all is, like, yeah, it's kind of, yeah. I mean, there's nuance. We can have a little nuanced discussion in this, because I can see both sides. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm just one way. I just feel like good and bad, and there has to be some level of responsibility as well. But anyways, I could do a whole video on that. But besides that, what do y'all think about YoungBoy's response to that? Comments down below, links in the description. Besides that, it's your friendly neighborhood cat A signing off for today. The Black TJ did while doing this thing. My name ring bells like Quasimodo. Hit like, subscribe. You trying to hit a little bit more to hear me. I'm gone. Shalom, zoom, peace, y'all, gang.